Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we are uncovering some of the strangest phobias you may have never heard of. Have you ever felt an unusual fear about something others find ordinary, like a certain color or number 13? Or what about peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth? This may sound strange, but they are real phobias that affect people's daily lives. In this video, we will dive into some of the most unusual phobias, the possible causes behind them, and how they impact people's life. Ready to explore? Let's get started. Our first unusual phobia is Arachibutyrophobia, which is a fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. Imagine every time you eat a peanut butter sandwich, you are stuck with fear. People with this phobia often have past experiences with gagging or have a strong sensitivity to sticky textures. It might sound trivial, but it affects their food choices and even their social lives. Next up is nomophobia, a modern day phobia. Nomophobia is a fear of being without your mobile phone. This might sound familiar as many of us feel uneasy without our phones. But for people with nomophobia, it's severe. They feel anxiety about losing connections, missing out, or not being able to reach others. This fear can disrupt daily activities and social interactions. Now let's talk about xanthophobia, the fear of color yellow. Yes, even a color can trigger anxiety. People with xanthophobia may avoid yellow flowers, clothing, and or even anything associated with yellow. Sometimes this phobia links to a traumatic experience or a negative association with this color. But the impact is profound. It can even make people stay indoors to avoid the sunlight. Triskaidekaphobia, Triskaidekaphobia, the fear of number 13, is another intriguing phobia. While some people dismiss it as superstition, this phobia has deep roots in cultural beliefs. Many buildings even skip the 13th floor. For people with Triskaidekaphobia, even seeing the number 13 can cause intense anxiety. Omphalophobia is the fear of belly buttons, and yes, it's real. People with this phobia avoid touching their belly buttons and might even feel anxious seeing others' belly buttons. This phobia can affect daily routines like bathing or changing clothes. For them, it's much more than just like dislike, it's an intense discomfort. Globophobia, the fear of balloons, often develops in childhood. People with globophobia feel intense anxiety around balloons, especially due to the possibility of them popping, which can be quite startling. This phobia often limits their participation in celebrations or events. Next, pediophobia, the fear of dolls. It's often linked to childhood experiences or media influences, like scary movies. Dolls, especially life-like ones, can evoke an eerie feelings. For those with pediophobia, seeing a doll is enough to bring on serious discomfort. Turophobia, or fear of cheese. Sounds strange, but it is very real for some people. They avoid cheese at all costs and may feel anxious at the sight or smell of it. Often, this phobia comes from a bad experience or an extreme sensitivity to the smell or texture. Yes, Hippopotomonstrosesquipedaliophobia is a real phobia and it's fear of long words. The irony of the name aside, people with this phobia may struggle in settings where complex vocabulary is common. This can make academic or professional settings feel challenging. Trypophobia is one of the more common but unusual phobias, a discomfort with clusters of small holes like honeycombs or sponges. It's believed this phobia could stem from an evolutionary response to spotting potential dangers. For those with trypophobia, even everyday texture can cause unease. We have come to the end of our journey through unusual phobias. Do you know that 1 in 10 people has a phobia? And some are surprisingly unique, like Hippopotomonstrosesquipedaliophobia, the fear of long words. Interestingly, phobias can even be inherited, meaning if someone in your family has a phobia, you might have a higher chance of developing one too. It's fascinating that even some famous people have their own phobias. For example, Oprah Winfrey has a fear of chewing gum, and Alfred Hitchcock, the legendary filmmaker, was terrified of eggs. Phobias are drivers, unique, and affect each person differently. But they are a reminder of how complex and intriguing the human mind is. If you found a phobia today that surprised you, or if you know someone with an unusual fear, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos just like this. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious.